Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well. I'm Andy Astrid and today's topic is thermal comfort in architecture. When we consider what makes a room comfortable, we tend to think of temperature first. That's true, but there are other things we need to consider also, like the humidity, the air velocity, the radiant temperature, the metabolic rate, and also our clothing. The temperature of a room is one of the most noticeable factors in comfort. Our bodies will try to maintain a temperature of around 37 degrees Celsius. When we are too hot, our bodies will sweat and the sweat will evaporate. As it evaporates, it will carry the heat away and cool us down. Meanwhile, when we get too cold, our bodies will shiver. This causes rapid movement of the muscles, which will generate heat to warm us up. So, we need to be in a room which is not too hot and not too cold. As a rule of thumb, occupants will feel comfortable when the room temperature is around 20 to 22 degrees Celsius. But this will vary depending on things such as the activity of the person and also what they're wearing. Air velocity. The faster the air moves, the greater the heat exchange will be. As a rule of thumb, air speeds of up to 0.8 meters per second are allowed without local control, and 1.2 meters per second with local control. Moving air creates noise too, so that's also something to consider. Next is humidity. When we talk about humidity, we're talking about the amount of moisture in the air. The higher the humidity level, the more water vapor that is within the air, and that will make it harder for our bodies to reject its unwanted heat. That's because our bodies sweat to evaporate the heat away. But if there's too much moisture in the air, then the sweat can't easily evaporate and we will overheat. Next is metabolic rate. This is how much energy our bodies will burn, and it's mostly associated with a person's level of activity. The more energy we consume, the more heat we need to reject. We need to try to keep people of different activity levels separated within a building so that we can provide thermal comfort levels tailored to their needs. Clothing can provide an insulation layer between the person and their environment. When it's hot outside, people like to reduce their clothing and relax. When it's cold, we like to wrap up warm. Same within buildings. The clothing people wear will affect their comfort. In our buildings and place of work, we provide protective clothing for people working in cold or hot conditions. Everything, including you, gives off some thermal radiation due to differences in temperature. We can feel this when the sun shines on us or even just reflects onto us. We can reduce the radiant temperature by basically putting a barrier between us and the heat source. Whether it's a shade, a wall, or insulation, we just need to block the path of the thermal radiation. Okay, lastly is PMV, or predicted mean foot. This takes into account what the average foot of comfort will be within the building for a large group of people on a scale of +3 to -3, with the best scenario is being at 0. Yay, that's all. Thank you for listening. Bye bye.